Tell me more about what questions they asked you with respect to why you want to work with their firm. Did you had you done your research before? How do you manage to respond to these questions without sounding generic?
Oh my God, I was so nervous about that question because I had so many, like I felt like I had so many interviews and I was afraid that I would mix up the forms and I would tell, oh, I want to work here because of that. And then that was about another different form. So I did take the time to study. I think we had 2 weeks to study last year. This year, I know it's going to be a bit tighter, the deadline. So maybe like try to take the weekend before the OCIs to research the firms. But I studied for a full week and I made a chart of the reasons that I wanted to go to the firm. Of course, I already had something before because I applied for them, so I did have an interest in them. But I went a bit further. I tried to look at the sectors that they work at. I always tried to see if they had practice in Latin America because that's something I was very interested in, to be able to work with M&A related to my country and to use my civil law background. So like the firms that I interviewed through the OCI, they were very similar though. Like they're all global law firms, so they're all big. Just one of them was a bit smaller. So like I just made sure that I had my interview done and that I had a cheat sheet. Like I created one small cheat sheet for each of the firms. And I had my questions that I wanted to ask them prepared beforehand. Like based on each firm, I had different questions because you can't just ask the same question to every firm. So I just made sure to do my work, like just do your work, but also don't be too stressed about forgetting things and saying something that you might think it's wrong. Just try to have fun. Because when you ask why do you want to work here, it's like if you really want, if you have an intuitive, like if you're honestly interested in the firm, it's going to be an easy question to answer. You just have to try to sound genuine and like not worry too much, because if you sound like a robot, it's not the best, right?
Exactly, exactly. That's very useful. Tell me more about questions like behavioral questions. I know that they like to ask questions that people are eager to respond in a way that show them that they can disregard their personal life, the firm is the best, and they can just sacrifice their life for the firm. So, did you have any questions that spoke to that?
Yes, I did. I most of my questions are related to personality on the interviews, but I did have one firm that really liked asking behavioral questions. And one of the questions I got was that I will never forget because I was too honest. And after I was thinking, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't have been too honest. So the question was, what would you do if you had the two deadlines that were like coming up together and you noticed that you couldn't finish the work? Like, what would you do? And then I was right away, I'm like, I would ask for help. Like I was so honest. I'm like, I would ask for help. I would tell that I needed someone else added to my team, maybe another summer student, maybe an associate. Like I just think I told them I thought it was important to that the client got a good job done at the end. Like I didn't want to just rush and spend like nights awake and like not sleep and then give them a poor quality work done at the end. So yeah, like my answer was one simple, I would ask for help. And it looked like received a good feedback right away. Like the interviewer was very happy that I was honest, because I feel like they're trying to find a fit for the firm. If you're giving them those prepared answers that every single candidate gives them, they know you're lying. They are prepared, like they work with that for years, so they know that you're telling, oh, I would like work on long hours, or oh, I would make sure that I would go to bed at 6 and I'll wake up at 2 in the morning. Like maybe you'll be honest and you would actually do that, but like it's better to just tell the first thing that comes to mind and just like tell the truth. If you are the person that would actually do that, then well, you tell them, right? Because you can't lie. But if you're not and you're like me, like I would never do that. I like sleeping. So I would ask for help. And then I think that's important to keep in mind. And I did have other behavior questions like, what did you do? Like if a client starts to be very aggressive or like, and then you would call your superior, like simple questions that it's like common sense that we know how to answer. But like they're not hard. I would just say practice behavior questions in advance, even before you know that you have OCIs, even before you know that who is going to call you, because that is important no matter what.